Hello, I'm Aiko and I'm a video editor. It's been a long time since I uploaded any videos, and this video is gonna be my first public video in a long time on this channel. Yeah, I'm not gonna put any thumbnail on this, so I don't know how you found this video. Anyways, welcome. Right now, I'm gonna do a quick tutorial. So I'm gonna show you how to zoom into webcam without moving the mask. What does that mean? Okay, let's show by making a new file from scratch so everyone can follow along. Let's name this dispatch episode 1 and 2. It doesn't matter what I name it because I'm only doing this for a quick tutorial. Skip. Okay, right click, new item, sequence. If I sound sick, that's because I am sick. I'm gonna go with 1080p, 30 FPS. This one is good enough. Yeah, 2997. That's good enough. It doesn't need to be exactly 30 FPS, even though it's the setting of the recording. So I want to match it. So you can go down here into sequence setting and click 30 FPS. Everything looks like this. Okay, next I'm gonna import the footage. You can use whatever footage you want. It works the same way if you are recording a 1080p video. Actually, no, screw it. I'm only gonna edit in the intro and outro and add some music because I am recording on multiple audio track, and you should be recording in multiple audio track as well. So I'm gonna speed this part up. It is generating a peak file so I can see the audio wave format. So we're gonna wait a bit. I'll make a different tutorial on how to regenerate the peak file, but basically this is good enough for what I'm trying to do. So it's gonna showcase all the way up to here. So I'm gonna cut everything afterwards because we're not gonna be using that much. Okay, we're gonna go for like a quick gameplay, like right about here should be fine. Okay. I have a second monitor that I'm not recording. I don't feel like editing that, so I'm just gonna move it and then I'll explain what is going on. So let's do like 5 minutes. That should be enough, right? Yeah, that should be enough. That's overkill. I don't even need 5 minutes. 1 minute is enough. It doesn't matter what I use. Okay, so I'm gonna just prepare the footage. That should be good. Now let's showcase the footage. Let's go to Essential. Okay. Okay, so it looks something like this. Let's zoom into the timeline. There you go. Now, the first audio track is the gameplay audio, so it only has the game footage. The second audio track is our speaker, aka Joe Freshest. That's gonna be the character. That is gonna be our reactor. That is gonna be our gamer in this example. So I'm gonna showcase this the main problem. So if you were to zoom in, so let's go to effects control. If you were to zoom in, you add a scale and position keyframe here, and then you scale it up. As you can see, it also scales up the let's move it down. It's also scaling up the gameplay, which is not what I want. So that is the first the issue for the so that's the issue. Okay, so now I'm going to show you two things. The first is to zoom in without affecting the gameplay. So what you want to do is create a quick mask right here. I like to do this with the arrow key. I'm going to make it very scuff to make it fast. So all I'm going to do is select the 2 keyframe with my up arrow on my keyboard, like shift up. I extended it outward without messing up the mask. Okay. Now what I want to do is duplicate by holding Control and dragging the timeline up. This one, let's Control Shift R to remove all attribute. You can right click with remove attribute, but I have short key. I'm gonna have a different tutorial for all the short key in the future. So now when I select the first layer, I can just do the keyframe. This is a first take tutorial without any of the I'm trying to click on this, but there's not enough room, so I need to make it bigger. Come on. I'm trying to click on there we go. Okay, so like I was saying, this is not very scripted, so everything is gonna be first take, and I don't plan on remaking it unless this video somehow pops off, which I don't think it will, but it is Simple enough. So select the top layer where it has a mask, and now when you zoom in, it only affects the camera, quote unquote, the webcam. So that is how you would normally do the zoom in. But I'm going to showcase one step further. So let's also reduce the mask feather so it has a hard edge like that. So that is the first, that's the second way of doing it. I'm going to move it over here where it doesn't matter. Now I'm going to showcase how to do another zoom in. So first, let's reset the position and keyframe, reset everything back to normal like this. First, you're going to create the same thing, the same webcam position, wherever the webcam is. Just create it like this. It's a little bit hard for me to see without moving this over here for the second keyframe. Also, I can hide the guides, the guideline. That way it makes it easier for me to move this. So I want just the camera face right here to be zoomed in. What I do is go to effects, type in transform, this one, transform, paste it here into the footage, go over to the transform panel, click on position and scale. That is going to be our zoom. Also, make sure the shutter angle is 180. 180 is the natural motion blur for the camera. 0, it's going to have no motion blur, and 360 is going to have a lot of motion blur. You can also play around with rotate if you want, but I'm not going to rotate at all for the entire gameplay. So what I want to do is go front a little bit, and then I'm gonna say I want to zoom. So I'll just zoom in like this. Let's say 177. Let's see if that's gonna be big enough. As you can see, I am zooming into the webcam without making it bigger. You can see the size is gonna stay the same, and I can even add auto reframe, or I can keyframe to keep it track. So let's also duplicate the layer. Make sure the bottom layer is no, it has no attribute. So it's gonna be just the gameplay footage. And now we have this bigger face webcam covering the smaller webcam, hiding it. Also, I want the mask feather to be 0. So that's
fuck down. Yeah, he's definitely falling.
Yeah, that's how you zoom in. That's the tutorial I'm trying to showcase. Yep, that is what you do. Yeah, so everything else comes down to your preferences, and I would just leave it like this size. And whenever there is some big moment when he says ah, or if it's oh, you zoom out depending on the tone of his voice or whatever is happening in the game. That is up to your creativity. So that is going to be enough for the tutorial. If you find it helpful, leave a like, subscribe for more random videos from me. I'm Aiko signing out.